Morning.
Good morning. Holy Christ. What? Do you have too much time on your hands or something?
Well, this is how I track my progress.
What's all this?
This is the last 7 weeks of my life. I have a spreadsheet with a calendar on it for what I'm doing. But basically, this is week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on. 7 weeks: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's everything I posted this week or this last 7 weeks.
Holy mother of God.
14 videos and 21 posts.
Okay, so what does that yield? You have a new mug. At least the audience have not seen that mug before.
No, this is my flash mug.
I see that.
What has that yielded?
Mm-hmm.
Not a hell of a lot. A lot of likes and comments and some shares on social media, but it hasn't translated into very much. But this is the way I look at it. It's this is the foundation of know me, like me, trust me.
Absolutely. Without that, it's very difficult to convince anyone that you're for real.
Yeah.
And now if anyone looks up Greg, it's like, holy crap, the guy is a machine. Look at, he's everywhere, does everything. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm all but given up on social media right now. I've canceled my Sendable subscription.
Oh yeah.
There's the 2 reasons for that. One, the all channels bar Instagram have absolutely no engagement.
Yeah.
So essentially, I am putting out content for someone, I guess, but I don't know who that someone is really.
Well,
oh look,
a lot of what I've read is I mean, there's a lot of stuff online about what a waste of time social media is, and they say it just becomes a vanity project for people.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, that's.
So I think if you're not getting an engagement, then yeah, it makes sense to cut it off.
I mean, look at this. I have 110 followers on Instagram, and that didn't really budge for a very, very long time.
Did you you don't have that person still doing your post then, I guess?
No, I've put a break on it because, I mean, honestly, I've been surprisingly swamped with the course.
Yeah.
So it's just it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be for this month, but we'll see if this needs to come back.
Yeah.
But I had great office hours yesterday. So yeah, so one of the reasons was no engagement with other channels. So if I'm only doing Instagram, I can manage it directly on Instagram, really.
Yeah.
Or there are other tools that work with Instagram that are free.
Yeah.
And
if you post on Instagram too, you can automatically post it in Facebook as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was I going to say?
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
I don't know. Maybe.
Started talking about your office hours too.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. What was the second reason? Yeah, so the second reason was the fact that if I'm not getting any traction with some of these channels, then realistically, why bother? Mm-hmm. And I have been able to prove to myself that if you do ads, you get actual results, not just likes and shares.
Yeah.
So, but that I still believe that there has to be a base, and I'm seeing that, for example, IGTV, like Instagram TV.
Yeah.
Those, I have 27 views here, 29 views, 35 views here, 32 views here. So that works way better than posting.
Yeah.
I do not know why.
And what is the difference? Like, you're just posting videos to IGTV?
Yeah, like let me show you. there's a short videos. I took a couple of videos just walking on being on my balcony. You see 29 views.
Yeah.
If you look, they have more views than any of my and look at my posts. Here's a post of a cat.
Yeah.
Supposedly like a lead magnet, right?
Yeah.
Nine likes. 2, 3. See, and this is the video, 26.
Yeah.
Sunset got 11. Yeah, so it's
Even the cat did better than your son.
yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
It's a terrible commentary on humanity.
Yeah. So essentially it's an extra cost. In fact, there's a very interesting thing that I discovered. I would rather pay that same, I think it's 29 or even less dollars for Canva Pro membership to get all of the benefits. And they allow you to post directly to social channels.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a calendar there. So it's not as functionally rich, but it's so much easier to post from there. Here's another thing. Canva now does presentations that you can record right there. Did you know that?
No.
But of course you didn't.
If you haven't told me about it, I don't know about it. Haven't you figured this out yet? It's an easy formula.
Look, check this out. And I'm going to do a video on, I'm going to do a masterclass on this just to show folks how to do this. So not only can you do presentations, there you go. So you pick a presentation. This is where Pro comes in handy because you just pick any one of these.
Yeah.
And then let's say this is the one. You see this button at the top? Where it says present?
Yeah.
Standard, autoplay, presenter view. Present. Audience window, presenter view. Let me just get out of here. You can record yourself with Canva. With a little, what's presenter view standard? Look at this. See, my cursor is hovering, right?
Yeah.
Open presenter view. Where's the magic shortcuts? Where is it? Here, present and record. It's in beta. Oh yeah, it can't access my camera because my camera is busy with Zoom.
Right.
But essentially, you get your little circle, which you position anywhere.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Wow.
So from a Canva perspective, it's Pro costs 150 Canadian a year or $12.50 a month.
Yeah. I guess you could do it's just like recording yourself on Zoom.
But you have the ability, in addition to that, to build a presentation right in here.
Yeah.
And it's a well-designed presentation. You just pop in the text. All of the images are there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you could build the presentation still and just present it, like you could do a Zoom call with yourself,
right?
Record it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you won't get the circle. You'll get a little square of your head instead. But
does that really?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how integrated these apps are becoming.
Yeah. It's also amazing how what kind of pricing model that they've selected, because $15 a month is cheap.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you can schedule things to post to social media right from here. And because you can create social media posts that are designed for that platform.
Yeah. It's funny. I was on PowerPoint yesterday, I think it was, and I got a pop-up for a survey that was asking, like, why do you like, why do you like PowerPoint, or what do you like about PowerPoint, or whatever. And I basically responded. I said, well, the reason I keep using PowerPoint is just because this is what I've been using for 25 years. Like, I'm just familiar with it.
Yeah.
And I go and I try to use these other programs. And it's not that they're not intuitive. I just go back to what I'm comfortable with. And PowerPoint's up their game. I mean, they've got a lot more stuff in there than you realize.
Yeah.
Generally, but anyway, yeah, they're in. I took that as a bit of an indicator they're in trouble.
Well, I think you're right, because I can't disagree. I use the tools that I use because I'm familiar with them.
Yeah.
They seem like second nature. And then you said that your daughter uses Canva all the time. Meanwhile, you and I discovered, what, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is such a revelation. And she goes like, duh.
Well, it's funny because even at school, when they went online, I guess now 2 years ago, or whatever it is, 2 school years ago, they have access to Office 365 for free through the school board.
Oh, wow.
But for the most part, they still all use Google Docs and Google Sheets and Google whatever. I don't even know what the Google Slides, I guess it is. So I think like Microsoft has offered that up, I suppose, or maybe the school boards are paying for it. I don't know, but they're not heavily used. They're still using these other programs, so it's interesting.
It is interesting how this is all going to develop.
We were talking about apps yesterday, so I wanted to share my screen.
Go ahead.
If you unlock me.
Only
how the tables have turned.
What? You can't share?
No.
What? Oh, that's right. Sorry, I selected a specific option. Multiple. Who can share? Only host, all participants, and all participants except Greg. I have the latter one selected. Go.
So this is the little app I made. So originally this was just going to be for my dad's artwork.
Yeah.
So I've got different tabs down here so I've gone beyond just artwork, but so I've just been uploading paintings that he's done.
Wow.
And then you can have favorites as well.
Is he selling these?
He sold some. Like this is one of like his boat ones are really good. Or pretty good.
Yeah, my eye was drawn to that too.
His portraits, this is my brother's wife, not so good. But he's just learning. Here's my brother, Chris, so not a great likeness, but anyway. Then I added he built a boat, so I've got photos of his boat that he built, and then
he built that?
Yeah, himself? And then I've got the video of his boat. So he put a PowerPoint presentation together. So I put it in Camtasia, put music behind it. And then this is just him, the video of it. And then he's written a memoir. So I'm going to upload that in here at some point. And then I've added some photos of my mom, just so he has everything kind of in one place. So that's his app. So it's on the one hand, you can say, well, you could do a lot of that just in like iPhotos and whatever, but it's one of these things like having it in one place. And for all his paintings, I'm going to set him up to do audio recordings of him talking about each of his paintings. So then when you click on the painting, when it goes to that individual picture, there'll be a play button to listen to the audio of him explaining whatever it is that he wants to talk about.
How do you capture audio in that app?
Well, you can't capture it in the app. You have to capture it with your audio recorder. So either on your phone or just like Audacity or something. But you can basically upload a link to the audio recording.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool. When you said memoir, I thought that this would be a perfect thing if a lot of people do journaling.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said for actually taking a pen and writing
Yeah.
than just speaking. So this is kind of like Evernote for yourself.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I got this idea from the app that Miguel Hernandez built for his mother's poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So he built something that had, I think it had the text of her poem, and then it had audio recordings of her reading the poem, and then it allowed people to upload audio recordings of them reading the poem. But to me, this is like a legacy app kind of thing, right? Like, not that I'm planning on my dad passing away anytime soon, hopefully, but it's the kind of thing like my kids and my nieces and nephews that are his grandkids can watch, have a little app, and his paintings and what he says about them and whatever can live on forever. So
it's very interesting.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean,
that's
the whole
awesome.
app.
But by the way, like first of all, it works. So
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's the once you figure out how it works in Glide, it's pretty easy to build. The time consuming part is just uploading the photos and uploading links and things. It's not as easy.
Yeah, it's all configuration.
Yeah,
that's what I found last night, because yesterday I was going through, so I was I'm in the final stretch of setting up my sales week.
Yeah.
And again, I'm reminded that when you listen to everyone who's done it before, it sounds so it's like nonchalant. Yeah, sure. Just go and sell and pitch, and you make people feel good. And it's like, so how do we do that now?
Yeah.
Let's go. Point number 1, write emails. There are 6 emails to write. Schedule emails, because you need to put them in a certain schedule.
Yeah.
Publish sales page. Well, first of all, create the sales page. Publish sales page. Link sales page to Thrivecart. So when you click a button, you can actually go and buy stuff. Oh, right. Set up products in Thrivecart. Set up funnels in Thrivecart. Prepare all courses so that you can have them linked to Thrivecart. Prepare membership area, because if you want to sell membership. Oh, right. Membership is a separate course. Okay, I need to write a thank you email, detail, include all of the links. One of the links in that thank you email is join a Facebook group. Oh shit, create a Facebook group. Okay, great. Customize Facebook group, write that email, link back to the membership site. Okay, create a product to subscribe to a membership in Thrivecart. One membership has to be with 90 days free, and the other one with only 30 days free trial. Okay, 2 products there. Oh, right, I'm selling a VIP version and a DIY version. Another product to create. Oh, crap, make sure that the sales page is linking to the right products when people click on the button. Got it. Create Facebook retargeting ad for cart open, cart closed. Okay, great. Oh, right, need imagery for the Facebook retargeting ad. Get imagery in Canva. Okay, good. Write text for that. Finish bonus training presentation. Still not done. Okay, testimonials emails, request for testimonials email, done. Request for testimonials emails from the most active users, okay, done. Email welcome message, all schedule, like create automation to make sure that everything's being sent out. That's just I have
and for every one of those, get all your images, all your copy written.
Yep, exactly.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. That is just a portion of transitioning into the sales cycle.
Yeah.
And then you just better. Yeah, I really should do QA. I really should run through all of mine, but there's no but. I still need to do that. I want so badly to avoid it, but no, can't avoid it. It's exciting. It's exciting that once you go through this, you kind of know what it all means. It would be interesting how much more efficient this would be the second time around.
Yeah. Well, even I'm finding with Kajabi. Like once I build this leadership course, I can clone it.
Yes.
But cloning it and editing it, it's still probably 75% as much work.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, especially if you need to make modifications and you forget. Even me, I'm watching some of the videos that I've created for bonus for the signature course.
Yeah.
I was watching them. Those are the ones that I've excluded from this course.
Yeah.
And that means that they still have the old like lesson 13 on the front. Oh yeah. Note to everyone who's listening: never put lesson number in your if you're doing titles. Title screens for your videos, never put lesson numbers. Never refer to a course, like never put anything in writing, because you can always dub it over, but you will need to recreate a PowerPoint slide if you're doing it that way.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's good advice for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've noticed like in my course I'm in, I think the beta test where he called it Glasswing or something. And then he's had other incarnations of what is now Thriving Coaches Blueprint. Mm-hmm. So he still uses that material. In that material, he's referring to these different course names and whatever.
Yep.
I don't know. The more I'm experiencing this kind of stuff, the less I'm concerned about it.
Yeah.
It's still, it's not perfect. And if you were, I think we get caught up in the perfection game, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. And it's just, I'm more saying it not so much from a perfection standpoint, because I think I'm actually criticizing myself right now, because I thought I was being clever, including lesson numbers as if this is a full-blown production. Yeah. No, it's essentially you're just over engineering something that's going to hurt yourself, and you think you're going after perfection. Yeah. You're actually hurting yourself.
Well, if I knew then what I know now, I would have done it. I did the same thing with my, like, now that I'm reusing some of my paradigm stuff, like I had on the slide paradigm 1, paradigm 2, but now in this other course, well, this is now paradigm 2 is now paradigm 4, but I can't. So now I have to. Basically, all I'm doing, I'm in Camtasia, I'm putting an annotation over top of it, so the font doesn't quite match, but it looks like no one will really notice. But
no,
I still could have saved myself a headache if I just didn't label it that way.
I also started going through some of the early feedback, not testimonials, but feedback for the course. Yeah. See, I'm blurry.
Yeah, you've been in and out of blurriness. Talk to the hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the day that I'm buying a DSLR and this is all, and I have a Rode or a Shure microphone, $576. Oh, remember, if you need to buy anything from Amazon, let me know.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. This is like rookie mistakes. But it's interesting that not that I've watched all of the videos, but in all of the videos that I watched, it's those are the details that trip you up, and yet those are not the details that you talk about when you're trying to tell people, "Oh yeah, that's easy." Yeah, well, just do slides, man. Do slides.
Yeah.
So my guest leadership coach, Greg, is going to be reaching out to you, because I actually. So yesterday, in doing all of those steps, or most of those steps, there's one in the welcome email. One of the bonuses is your training. Now that one I can't automate. So there are two ways of doing it. I would imagine that there's an invitation to your platform, right, where the course is going to be hosted.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, you can audit. We can. From what I understand, you can use Zapier.
Yeah.
So when somebody buys your course in ThriveCart, you can use Zapier to grant access to the course. We would just have to figure out how to give you, like, what do I need to give you in terms of credentials or whatever to put into your thing to allow that to happen.
I was I was looking through Thrivecart, and I'm finding more and more functionality because I have this idea, which I need a substantially more users to try out with. Is, remember I told you about sharing materials for mini courses for
Yeah.
your membership area? So Thrivecart has a JV partnership functionality. I'll show it to you rather than talking about it. So there's the JV partnership. So you essentially create a contract with a certain specific person. They don't need to have Thrivecart. And then you talk about the products that are included. You talk about the contract setting, name for the contract, when it begins, how long it lasts, and how much are you going to pay them out from your PayPal, and
Yeah.
what percentage are you paying them?
Yeah.
So imagine if you just think about it. I thought that this would have to be like on a handshake. No, you essentially establish a contract that if someone contributes a month of content, which
Yeah.
is about what, 8% out of the year, so you establish a 5% revenue share for anyone who subscribes.
Yeah.
And it works. It works automatically. Somebody subscribes to your membership area and you get 5% as a contributor to a course.
Yeah.
You contribute 2 months worth of it, you get 10%.
Yeah.
If there's an affiliate promoting your membership, they get paid out first, and then the percentage distribution changes.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, you want to do it with multiple people for the course? Not a problem.
Yeah.
This is all built in.
Wow.
Yeah, so essentially, if you and I were sharing information for, let's say, a membership course,
yeah,
there's nothing that's stopping us from just automating it and paying each other out without even having to reconcile it. So if you don't have Thrivecart, you just log into your dashboard and you see how much you've earned.
Yeah. Wow.
I was.
It's interesting because in Kajabi, one of the things that came up and that I hated initially was every module that you create or every post has this instructor section.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just removed it from all my courses because I just have it at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw in the Facebook group, somebody was commenting that, well, that's if you can have multiple instructors. So there are instances where you build a course and you get, a whole bunch of people to contribute a module.
Yeah.
And then you could use what you just described to divvy up the money.
So Kajabi also allows you to manage that.
Well, I don't know if it allows you it allows you to create the course with different content and call out the different instructors.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to hazard to guess it doesn't split the payments this way, but it has an affiliate area. So if maybe
but affiliates
maybe you set those people up that way. I don't know.
But affiliates are different, right? Affiliates get a commission on the sale, right?
Yeah.
Which is great. But in a JV contract, let's say specifically, I was trying to figure out how would you do a membership split?
Yeah.
Because then you run into questions like, okay, a person subscribes, then cancels.
Yeah.
But the affiliate will always get paid out in the beginning.
Yeah.
Here, you're only paying out on the amount that you receive.
Right.
So somebody is there for a year, perfect. Somebody's there for 2 months, perfect. Somebody's there just for the free month, an affiliate you would still pay.
Yeah.
But with a JV contract, you only pay out on the money that you receive.
Yeah.
So that's the both have a place, and I know that Apprentice also has like you can have guest profiles of anyone. Living and learning. Hold on. What we were? Sorry, I was just gonna do settings. API and webhooks, order validation, connected apps. API keys. Let's take a look. Oh no, I don't want.
I saw that it said Zapier there on connected apps.
Yeah.
You were about to talk about your feedback too that you were getting.
Yeah, it's basically the feedback was uh, less stuff in the beginning. That first entrepreneurship section,
Yeah.
like uh, somebody was very kind to be blunt about this. Everything can be condensed.
Yeah.
Less airy fairy, more to the point. I was like, okay, let's take a look. Optimize, thinkific, wish list, teachable.
Yeah. It's interesting. And that's where I think it's important to get, if you can, get more feedback.
Yeah.
Just because, just like in my experience with the software building at Presimo, like so many, we tested so many things and it would come back and be like, okay, so many of it was like 5 versus, like if you got 10 people, it was 5 versus 5 or 6 versus 4. Like I can't even remember an instance where it was like 8-2 or 9-1 or 10-0. Like there wasn't one thing that we tested that I would say had a resounding clear winner one way or the other.
Yeah.
So, for every person you say that wants it condensed, there might be other people who say, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, but see the thing.
I'm not discounting the feedback. I'm just saying.
No, you're absolutely right. I think
than
I'm almost getting 100% of feedback because of all of the people who joined the course. Like I told you, active folks who went through the material.
Yeah.
7 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. Like if you can get a consensus among 7, that's a good place to start.
Look at this. You know what dunning is?
No.
Dunning is the process of trying to reclaim unpaid subscription revenue and increase subscription retention. Automatically send emails to remind customer of upcoming charges, card expiry, and chase overdue payments. Automatic. I'm sure Kajabi has something like this as well.
Yeah.
They should. Okay.
Yeah, so this is your collection agency.
Yeah, essentially. The only thing I need now is the audience to collect from.
Yeah. Well, they're out there.
They're out there, yeah. Yeah, so the membership area, hoping that can work out. And now I'm having this interesting conundrum. So my course has all been focused on nutritionists, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I want to expand this to holistic professionals, do I have to rewrite all of my slides? Because I should be going after. I should ask it in my office hours today. I haven't attended a single office hour session since last week, just because of so many things I had to do.
Oh, in your for your course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's been intersections with my office hours, my own office hours.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyhow, I need to. Today's Friday. Yeah, today's Friday. I definitely need to attend.
How's Natalie enjoying being part of your office hours?
She's actually doing. She's a fantastic contributor.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes time to talk about practical applications of these things.
Yeah.
She's not enjoying tech at all.
No.
Like none of this giddiness about, oh, look at this, like none of that.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So yeah. But now I want to do it for homeopath, herbalists, naturopaths, and just put it out there.
So are you going to do a version for each of those? Or
no, I would be doing a kind of integrative health practitioner version.
Yeah.
It's too much work for very little. You're essentially changing out words.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking of doing is I think I'm gonna point blank say that this was done for nutritionists and now I'm rolling it out to everyone because the concepts still hold true.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's unique for nutritionists.
Yeah.
But
I'm just wondering if you built even if you use your existing content and over time you could rejig some of it, I guess. But
yeah,
if you just build a shell, kind of like what I'm trying to do with my leadership thing, like I'm trying to build it in a way that I can then just bolt on an outer shell and mark it, change the color, change the name. So now this is targeted to this group versus this group. And some of the content will change, but 80% of it will be the same.
Yep. Oh boy.
And even that, like I'm already noticing too, like, I mean, back to what we talked about earlier, like even though I went into this with the premise of reusing this with different patterning and colors and stuff, I still haven't done as good a job as in hindsight, as I should have done to make it generic so I could reuse it without having it. Like there's still more things I need to change than what I had anticipated, just because I didn't do it as well as I could have done it. But it's all a learning process. So
yeah. The one thing that becomes a challenge in adapting is you have to re-record some of the voiceover.
Yeah.
Especially in my course when I talk about nutritionists.
Yeah.
But I was watching some of the videos. Like some of the videos, I'm really happy the way they came out. Like the energy, facial expression, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't feel inclined to re-record that right now.
Yeah.
So the question then becomes do I believe that if I go and talk to somebody else, that this is going to be a detrimental factor?
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. The other thing I've noticed with my guy, he doesn't really do any videos per se, like pre-recorded videos.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's a video for him is a recording of a live presentation.
And I think that's a good way to do it. We talked about that, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that saves him huge production costs and time right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a high percentage of the stuff. I'm going to say 50% of our content is just audio. So like last night, I listened to an audio for about an hour before I went to bed. And it's just a screen with the Thriving Coaches Blueprint logo with a fake sound. Like it's not even like I've looked it up. You can get skins that go on your desktop that will fluctuate with the actual sound.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a generic sound wave that just keeps scrolling across the screen. That's not tied to the actual audio. Because who's going to sit there and watch the sound wave? Who cares? But even just like if there's things you wanted to re-record, like I never really considered before being a part of this course that you could just do audio, because I'm much better just reading a script and creating the audio version than I am, being filmed doing it.
Well, this is personal preference. We actually discussed it. I think we talked about this as well. We discussed it in one of our office hours about the way people learn, right?
Yeah.
So you have the visual, you have the auditory, and you have so visual in terms of stimulating stuff, visual in terms of text that you process with your eyes, and then the auditory impact.
Yeah.
So if you combine both three, you're catering to the broadest audience. Because I also had one of the people write that only one person wrote that it would have been great to have transcripts of videos because it was too fast for that person.
Yeah.
Or the concepts were new. So she would have preferred if she could read it.
Yeah.
Legit. I mean, the script allows you to do that right off the bat.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that when you catering to a broad population of users, but audio definitely works.
Yeah, I think it's a legit option. Well, even on the course that I'm doing now, my leadership course, I've adopted some of the stuff from my course in terms of like at the beginning of my course, the introduction and how this course works and whatever. It's just text. Like I didn't do slides. I just have a picture or whatever, like the graphics for the course, and then the title, and then in the description on Kajabi just explains every week there'll be a new module release. You're expected to do the exercises. There's this. Mm-hmm. You can download the Kajabi app. Like in the past, I would have felt like I had to record all that and do a video of how to download the app, or I don't know, like I would have overkilled it big time.
That's true. That's true. It's
and it's not necessary.
it's not. It really is not.
And you save. What I'm learning from my course too is like save the good bits for the all out video.
Yeah.
Although it's funny because I say that, but now like in what I'm building now, I've been on camera for like the introduction of the module, and then at the very end, I come in and say, I'm reusing the same thing from one of my Thursday thoughts, like thanks for watching. Now go unleash your potential, which is my closing catchphrase. So it's I'm kind of there at the beginning, the end, and in the middle is just slides in my voice. It's way more productive in terms of building it.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
And nobody needs to look at me for like hours on end.
Yeah. But the comment, I'm going to go back to my experience with the commentary about the upfront being too fluffy.
Yeah.
It's true what they say about transformation, because I have received thumbs up for the second module, which is all about niches, defining, understanding a niche, validating a niche. Everyone's like, oh, great, those tools are amazing. I provided them links to Ubersuggest, SpyFu, Keywords Everywhere to validate.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah. So it's the promise of the course was nailing a niche. So I can and I will trim it when I'm going to go out and sell the mini course to just maybe a week and maybe a couple of upfront lessons. And there's no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you turn just that one little piece of it into a whole product?
Yeah. I just thought about this. You said something about reusing your stuff and it clicked. I'm just going to create the initial introduction to the course saying, welcome, you're a homeopath. Interestingly enough, your profession is amazing. What you do is both misunderstood and undervalued.
Yeah. You
know who else is in the same boat? Nutritionists. Yeah. And I've done a course for them and I help hundreds of people, which is not a lie.
Yeah.
Whew, I can't believe I can say that. I help hundreds of people get over some of the disbeliefs and set up their practice. So jump into this with me. And every time you hear the word nutritionist, I'm talking to you. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's worth a try at first.
Yeah.
And if
it gets something out the door.
Yeah. I mean, if people, because the only way they see it is they buy it.
Yeah.
And if they buy it and they say, oh, this is crap because it's all nutritionists here. Okay. Yeah. I will change that.
Yeah. I would put money that you won't have to.
Yeah. You're right. This notion about chasing perfection. Okay. Yeah. Chasing perfection. That's the
title for today's thing.
Yeah. I think you nailed it, because I concur with the fact that when you start out, you think you need to do all of this, and then you find out that people who actually make the money, not that they don't do it, it's just they deliver value, and you get that value, and you respond to it. But it doesn't matter how it's packaged, really. Well, it can be garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. But to your point, the homeopath is going to get the value out of your content, whether you're saying the word nutrition or homeopath.
Yeah. That's the point.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, I'm going to sign off. I have a 10 o'clock and I need to still use a certain facility. Right. So before I go, so yesterday I was broadcasting live into the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Of course, as this was the best office hour because we had a lot of engagement, we went through all of the niches of people and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I close out the window and the bar doesn't pop up, the processing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot to record this.
Oh no.
So yesterday, a fine gentleman from either India or Pakistan on YouTube explained how to download any video from Facebook, despite the fact that Facebook is trying to preclude you from doing that.
Yeah.
It's a little hack. Blows my mind how people figure that out.
Yeah.
So if you ever want it, I can.
Because it is actually recorded, right? Like so
Facebook Live, they have their own, so they pick up the stream and they record it on their servers.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it on mine, so I can't have
Yeah.
it. And there is no download video unless you as a user upload a video to a group.
Yeah.
Then you can download it. But if
Yeah.
you're doing a live, no one can download that video.
Yeah.
Not until now.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose the worst case scenario is you could just screen capture it, but then you have to
that definitely
spend an hour.
Worst case scenario. Yeah, an hour screen capture is painful.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So
yeah.
next week we'll use my Zoom again.
Yep. And
All right.
and
So
everyone
our
who's
fans
watching
can
this,
have
you have to suffer through
the lead in and stuff. You know, they love it. We should do a poll.
Yeah, poll of one. I mean, I'm essentially polling you and saying, yeah, I love it. Gears of what? Metal Gears?
Gears of Steel.
Gears of Steel. That's right. Gears of Steel.
Gears of War is the video game, I think.
Yeah.
All right, man.
See you. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Okay, bye.